Hi, I'm Carolena Nericcio, Director of Fat Chance Belly Dance here in San Francisco. My website is www.fcbd.com. And we are also the originators of American Tribal Style Belly Dance.
Wonderful. Okay, we're here to talk about devotion, the family tree. So can you tell us when it is and the time?
Devotion, the Family Tree is a theater performance that will be taking place on June 14th, which is a Friday evening this year, in at the Julia Morgan Theater in Berkeley, California, which is across the bay from San Francisco.
Wonderful. And what type of show is Devotion? You called it a theater performance?
I do call it a theater performance. It started out as an idea between Carolena Shakti and myself about putting together a show just with the idea of dance as devotion. That was the simple concept. And because I'm a belly dancer and she is an Indian classical dancer as well as Cabelia and belly dance fusion, it sort of started out as a belly dance show, and it is a belly dance show, but that just sounds so limiting to me that I refer to it as a theater show because it's got theatrics in it. It's more engaging than just a belly dance show. The family tree sort of brings us back to the old school. We just recently started wearing the big headdresses again. We took a break from the big headdresses for a couple of years just because the big headdresses are really big and time-consuming and heavy and limiting. You can't do as many, spins, drops, fancy things when you have all the cloth and jewelry piled on your head. But a couple of performances kind of brought us back into wearing the headdresses, and all of a sudden we realized how much we missed them. So we decided to do a show that sort of takes us back to our roots, and we invited, as well as Kalina and Devyani and Ricadu and Helm, we also invited Wendy Marlott, who is a former student of mine, who does now more of a I believe a Turkish gypsy skirt dance sort of thing, and Malia De Felice, who is fantastic, both Oriental style and Tunisian dancer, who is a friend of ours who's been a supporter from the beginning. She lives down here in Half Moon Bay. So it's got more of an old school feel, so it's like the family coming together.
So are all the performers direct descendants of ATS?
No, they're not. That's the interesting part. And actually, yeah, that is the interesting part, is that it's not just ATS. And the reason that I mention that is because Fat Chance and Devyani are always having to communicate really tightly about what we're doing, because we tend to always, the theme happens, and then we end up developing like the same song and the same choreography without even talking to each other. It's like we get the same ideas because we're so closely knitted. So it's good that it's not all ATS, because we'd all be doing the same inspiration.
And then during the performance, there'll be a time when you guys are all performing together? Or are you all doing solos? Or?
Well, generally, there is generally a big finale at the end with all the companies together. I have a couple of ideas for blending the companies throughout the show this time. Each group gets, a couple of featured sections. So the more we settle into this nice big theater, the more that idea of bringing everyone together on stage is actually possible. The other theaters that we were in just weren't big enough to have more than a few people on stage at a time. So hopefully there'll be more collaboration pieces.
So it's wonderful. And then will there be a DVD of the production available after?
Yes.
Okay, good. We can find that on your website?
Absolutely. And you can see the previous shows. I believe the original Devotion The Harvest and The Home are on DVD, available on fcbd.com. And Weaving the Fabric didn't actually go to DVD. It's just a free download on my website, so you can certainly go there and check it out.
Together. Who's helping you do that? Who are all the people helping?
Well, right now, myself, Jennifer Nolan from Tamarin Tribal, and Deanna Freeman from Devyani we're sort of like the brainstorm team right now. We have Skype meetings once a week to discuss moving the whole thing forward. And then literally everybody in the company puts the show together. So at Chance Belly Dance, there are 7 of us in my troupe that will be working on the details. Devyani Dance Company, Kalina Shakti is on her own over in India. Wendy Marlott, solo dancer, is here. Malia, solo dancer, is here. Helm will put together the music. I'll bring in Patrick Cofield from New Mexico is my sound and light tech because we work really well together. I like for him to come and take care of those things. And Mercado Gypsy from Kentucky, providing stunning beauty and comic relief. So literally everybody's part of the production.
Great.